Welcome and Pick a Feeling is today's timeless pick a card. Pile 1 we have Sad Embrace, so sadness. Pile 2 Solitude or loneliness or feeling lonely. Pile 3 Dry Desert. Pile 4 Rock Bottom. Take a deep breath and exhale. Timestamps will be in the description box. Pause the video now if you need more time to choose your pile. See you at your pile. Welcome, pile 1. If you chose the Sad Embrace and the number 45, this is your reading. Okay, guys, I just felt the need to take a really deep breath to calm down my system. So I am seeing some anxiety connected to the sadness that you're feeling. And it's just like you feel there's no one who can help you at this time with however you're feeling. And so all you can do is hug yourself and pull yourself through this. It's like you feel like there's nothing else you can do about whatever the situation is that makes you sad. Or there's just a general feeling of sadness within you. And I don't know how long this has been going on, but with the number 45 there, it could be something as far away as 45 minutes, 45 years, who knows? Or just 4 plus 5 is a 9. 9 years, 9 weeks, 9 days, 9 months, 9 hours. Take what resonates. But you need to take deep breaths. I see a need to stimulate your vagus nerve. That will help balance your feelings, your emotions, okay? How do you stimulate your vagus nerve? By exercising, by hanging out with people who make you laugh, or engaging in activities that are fun, or watching something that makes you laugh. I know it sounds very simplistic. Of course, there are other ways, but these are just a few. Deep breaths will also help, okay? There's no easy way through sadness. It is a low vibrational feeling stemming from fear, stemming from trauma, from pain. So the advice here is as much as you can, because this sadness is also connected to the past trauma, past pain, past experiences. So the more you can remove yourself from the past and be in the present moment and project into the future whatever you're doing in the present moment, the more you can do that. I also have a positive affirmation meditation here on the channel. I will clip it at the end of this video here at the top. It's like this white little box that, sorry, I'm shuffling if you hear the noise. Okay, I'm shuffling this deck as I channel for you. So you could benefit from listening to that affirmation meditation for 30 to 90 days for better results, okay? It takes 7 weeks, guys. It takes 7 weeks of doing something daily to make or break a habit. So if you want to get into the habit of happiness, that affirmation meditation is perfect to raise your vibration, okay? If you listen to it morning and nighttime, it's only 11 minutes and 11 seconds. It's free, it's available here on the channel. Okay, so I want to get one of these cards from this deck. I think we've shuffled enough. Oh, so many deep breaths I feel a need to take here. It's like it's so heavy. It is so heavy. You feel blue. Blue. Feeling blue. It's like, okay, I'm getting this feeling that you can't even cry. You're so sad that you can't even cry. It's like that pre-phase before the crying when you can release it and feel better. You can't even cry to release it. That's the feeling I'm getting. It's almost like, what's the use in crying? What's the use in crying? I just hear, what's the use in crying? Okay. Crying is not useful. Well, it is useful to release the tension and the sadness. That's what it's useful for. But it's almost like you feel the situation is so heavy that crying wouldn't be enough, but it would help immensely. And I see you're going to cry in stages. I see you're going to cry in stages. Like, it's going to come out in one cry, then another cry. The more you cry, the more you're going to release whatever it is that's keeping you stuck on this sadness. Okay, I want one card. Oof, okay, the seed. Oh, that's so nice to see. So you're closing a cycle of sadness, actually. This is really positive. And there's a new beginning here. There's a seed of a new day, a new dawn, a new cycle. The number 66 could be relevant. If you were wondering, is there something to hope for? Absolutely. I mean, there always is, but I see in your case, there's definitely something you're meant to start, you're meant to begin, because there is something in you. Even this sadness has created this, it's almost like you needed to go through this sadness, so there was something that was created through this sadness, and that's that pearl there. It's something very precious, and even though you can't see it, it's going to be the seed of a new dawn, a new beginning. It's so the end of the sadness has led you to an origin, to a beginning. And if you hadn't gone through this, you wouldn't have the soil to help the seed grow. Like, you needed to feel the sadness so that you could grow whatever it is the seed is. Something had to be stirred inside of you so that you could grow the seed. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to grow the seed. There is something germinating within you. Through the sadness, you've been feeling this has not been in vain. The sadness has not been in vain. There is a seed germinating inside you. Now, this could be physically, like a child, or it could be a concept, a project, an idea, a new beginning for you. It's a new beginning, a new way of life, a new cycle that's lying dormant, and you don't see it. But there was something at the origin of this sadness as well that we're going to get into. We're gonna get to the bottom of this sadness and why you're feeling this way as well, because the seed also means the origin. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. So 6 plus 6 is a 12. 1 plus 2 is a 3. So the numbers 3, 12, and 6. Angel number 66 could be relevant. 45 and 9. 3 means that this is the beginning of a solid foundation. So, and you're going to be making progress. But we're going to see as well what was at the beginning of the sadness. We have wishing well. So there was something you wished upon. You made a wish, and it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. Or the way things turned out, you weren't expecting it, and it wasn't what you were expecting. But you had a certain wish here. Maybe you still have this wish, the number 48. Again, now we have a 12 again, so angel number 12, 12 could be significant. And master number 33. Angel number 33 as well. You wished for something and it didn't turn out the way you expected. But what they're wanting to say is now you can keep wishing, because just because it didn't turn out the way you wanted the first time doesn't mean it's not going to happen the second time. So they're encouraging you to make a wish. We have the priestess. So you could be psychic, you could be very connected to the higher realms. And of course, people who are psychic and very tuned in, we are aware of a vastitude I don't know if that's a word even, guys, help me out, but we are aware of a lot of energies, good and bad, right, around us, and we feel these energies. Of course, we can block out a lot of negativity, but it's not possible and it's not feasible in a 3D reality to completely block off negativity. It's something we have to work with and work through as psychics. But I do see you have a strong third eye chakra, a strong clairvoyance. Your mind's eye is very active. You could see visions with your eyes open. You could have vivid dreams. With the hand here, you could heal with your hands, like the energy emanating from your hands is very healing. You could be a Reiki master, practitioner. But she only has one eye uncovered and the other one covered, so you're only seeing half the picture on something here. And we have the Emperor. You could have Aries or Pisces in your chart. You could be a Pisces Aries cusper, or you could just have these both in your chart, or none, doesn't matter. So we have the Emperor and the Priestess. Okay, so you could be someone who is very psychic, very spiritual, and you could have someone in your life who is very 3D, matter of fact, and fixed in their ways in that sense, who likes to be in control, thinks they're always right, and they don't budge. Okay, so they're stubborn people, and it's a stubborn person. Now, you could be a feminine, and this could be a masculine, and I'm not seeing if this is family, romantic, whatever. Whatever it is, you're sad about this. You're sad about this. Okay. Yeah. And Four of Emotions, Four of Cups, you feel unhappy, dissatisfied, discontent, left out in the cold. You feel like your emotional needs are not met in this situation for some reason. Yeah. Okay, we have the Page of Emotions. So we have a sense of friendly communication going on here. Could even be romantic communication, but it's small. It's very small. Someone here is maybe a friend, and you either would like this to be more, or what they're bringing forward you're not interested in. Maybe someone rejected you. Maybe someone rejected you, even though we have the Empress and the Emperor here. Now, I'm definitely seeing romantic vibes, but a friendship that didn't grow more, or something that didn't quite get off the ground. An experience that has been left unfulfilled, unexplored due to someone's 3D reality or stubbornness or a way of doing things. They fail to see that even though you are a psychic and the High Priestess, you are also their Empress. It's just that because they don't understand this spiritual side of you, or they don't resonate or connect with that, they are, because you're this higher level Empress, and it's almost like there's meant to be this exchange between 3D, 5D, 7D, between practical and intuition, where the masculine shares the practical and the feminine shares the intuition, and there's this healthy exchange between two people. But it's almost like it only went so far, and you're not satisfied with what happened here because someone's offer didn't expand further than just this little loving, friendly, but someone who holds on to giving more. They're someone who is, so to speak, stingy with their expression of emotions. Now, I'm not trying to read why this person is that way. It's just that some people, this person just doesn't think the way you do. There's someone who thinks very differently from you. They're very much in their masculine energy. You're very much in your feminine energy. And it makes you sad. But what you're not seeing here is that this person really can't be any different. This is what they know. They're not doing it on purpose. They're not doing it because they don't care for you or love you even. It's just that this person actually sees your worth, but there's something about them not understanding the side of you, and that's why there's meant to be this exchange between you. So I don't want to give you advice, but I'm just going to say what's coming through. Don't give up on this connection, even if it's just a friendship. This sadness is coming from the fact that you have certain expectations about where this should go, what this person should give you. Now, if this person is only willing or able to give you so much, because that is life from their perspective. Like, they could also be sad from the fact that you are asking them more than they can give you. Now, you can judge all you want about, oh, he's finding excuses or this or that. But if you just look at the facts, what is there? There's a friendship. This person actually stimulates your growth, adds value to your life. I do see this person adds value to your life. It's just that it's almost like you're not grateful or paying attention to the value that this person is adding to your life. You're more so paying attention to what they're not adding, if that makes sense. And it's almost like you're getting what you need from this person, not what you want. Okay. Let me see what else we have here. Yeah, okay. We have child orphan. Okay, it's like you feel a little bit abandoned by this person. But I'm also seeing someone here as a child. This person could have literally lost a parent or both parents when they were younger. Or they could have just felt like while they had parents, they weren't the parents that they needed. And so this person learned all too soon, either because I'm seeing could have been an abusive household as well. They had to become independent, or they wanted to become independent very soon, and they had to learn how to go it alone very soon, so they could either get away from this abusive dynamic, or because they had no option and they simply didn't have a parent or parents. Now, this could have been a boy who had to fill in for the father who was absent, or who, they lost, or a girl who had to fill in for the mother as an older child or as the responsible child. Or it could have been either or, just wanting to escape the family environment, okay? And so there was always this fear of basic needs survival, meaning if this person places an overemphasis on the material, it's because they learned from a very young age that regardless of their family situation or their background or their childhood, that if they didn't do it for themselves, no one else was going to be there for them. And they literally asked for help even at other ages, and they never really got any help from anyone. And so they don't really feel that they can lose themselves in the metaphysical, in the invisible realms. Okay, they only have the energy and the mindset to deal with their stability, their health, and their body, their material surroundings, their money, their investments, because they went through some experience here where they experienced lack, and they just don't want to go there again. And so it's almost like they've put their heart to the side, this person, and it became almost irrelevant because the basic needs are always on the forefront for this person. And then they can allow themselves to experience little tidbits of pleasure and happiness, but the way they feel is when the work is done, they can go out and have some fun. They can't, they feel like they can't allow themselves to daydream. And of course, this person could be completely missing the point where, and the advantages of daydreaming, which is, you know, creative ways of making more money, of expanding their abundance more. But this is how they feel in control of their environment. Now, we're not telling this person what they can do to improve their abundance, right? That's for another pick a card. If for any reason they're watching this or you're watching this and you want to know how to expand your abundance, that's another day, right? They may not know how, or the way they do it is they have very limited views, or the way they accept and what makes sense to them, their mind and their reality, are certain ways of expanding abundance that don't include allowing themselves to dream. We have deep knowing, so it's almost like you already know this about this person, but you have a hard time accepting it. Yeah, you or this person could have Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius in your chart. At the same time, I'm seeing 4 people here. I'm seeing a child. Now, you could have lost a parent. If you did, I'm so sorry for your loss. And you feel your sadness could be coming from the fact that you're having to learn to go it alone, and you're struggling to conquer the fear of surviving, and this sadness is connected to that fear of surviving. And so at the moment, you could be a little bit in this low vibration, in this feeling of loss. Like someone who used to be here for you is no longer here for you. And you kind of have to be the person that person was to you, to someone else. Either to a child, and you still feel very connected to this person that you lost. It could have been both parents. Or one. These parents are with you, by the way. They're coming through to say they are with you. If you did lose your parents at a very young age, what's coming through is that you stayed stuck in that age where you lost one or both of your parents. And you have to make a conscious choice of moving forward and being responsible and mature despite your sadness. And there are other people who are going to be there for you. Those friendships that we make, you can focus on. You can always, you can't really replicate that mother and father love, but you can definitely find other people who can be supportive and loving. And so the advice here is to turn to those people. Now, for those of you who did grow up in an abusive environment, the message here is to focus on the blessings that you experience in your life, to keep a gratitude journal, because that's where you're going to build off from. If you're still stuck in these feelings of the past, this sadness and this pain and this hurt, you're going to stay there, and there's no way to evolve or move forward. And you're meant to plant a new seed. You're meant to, so if your sadness is stemming from this, one way to start would be with meditation, and maybe get some help from a counselor, a psychologist, to help you through. Some therapy, okay, would be helpful. And work through this issue. What is at the root of your sadness? Yes, you're feeling it, but now it's time to do something about it. And with this deep knowing, you already know what to do, but for some reason you are finding excuses not to do it, or So I definitely saw 3 different scenarios here in this reading. Focus on positive affirmations. Definitely go listen to that affirmation meditation to raise your vibration. It's here on the channel. The number 43, the number 7 could be relevant. There will be a new, more positive beginning for you, but there's a need for you to heal. Maybe you would benefit from my energy healing. For that information, you can find my email in the description box. Because there is an opportunity coming your way, and I wouldn't like you to miss this. I wouldn't want you to miss this opportunity just because you're so focused on the sadness. I don't want you to have a missed opportunity because you're looking down and you're not looking around you. So if you have a tendency to look down a lot, start looking around you. It's going to shift your energy. Like if you're walking on the street and you tend to look at the sidewalk or your feet, start looking up to the sky, start looking around you. There's going to be a sign or a signal or a word or a phrase, or someone's going to say something to you, or someone's going to look at you, or someone's going to interact with you that if you didn't look up, you wouldn't have this opportunity come your way. So that was your reading, pile number 1. Oh, wait, it wasn't. No, I haven't finished yet. You have a well, the universe inside you. I'm seeing the color yellow and I'm seeing the color blue, very contrasting colors here. Now, there's a need to strengthen your solar plexus chakra. I'm seeing a lot of yellow here because you're feeling weak, you're feeling bogged down, you're feeling drained, and it's because of maybe certain interactions that you've had or you don't have or you miss and you've lost that were kind of like contributing to your backbone. They were your backbone. Or you're dealing with people who don't have a backbone, who drain your energy. And so there's a need for you to heal your solar plexus chakra. If you don't go to the gym or if you don't exercise, start exercising. If you do go to the gym, focus on posture exercises for the upper body. Focus on your back and focus on your abs. That will help heal your energy center. And also maybe an energy healing guided meditation that I have available. You can find my email in the description box for that. And practice sitting up straight. Sitting up straight. Take deep breaths. Maybe some Reiki would be helpful as well. Okay. Because there's so much potential in you. That's what I wanted to say with this Empress here. There is so much potential. And it's a shame you can't see it because you're so allowing yourself to just focus on everything that went wrong or is going wrong, and you're not looking at everything that can go right and everything you can begin and everything that is inside you. Okay, pile 1, that was your reading. It was a pleasure to read for you today. Bless you and see you sometime soon. Thank you all so much for liking these videos, for sharing them, for saving them, commenting, subscribing, hitting that bell to be notified of future uploads on the channel. It will help the channel and it will help me bring you more of these. Extra content is on Patreon, TikTok, YouTube members area. Information for that is in the description box. And for readings, life purpose reports, and energy healings, you can find my email in the description box. Bless you all. See you sometime soon. Bye. Till next time. Welcome, pile 2. If you chose this card, solitude, and that's how you're feeling, lonely or alone. The number 13 could be relevant. Pile 2 is connected to pile 3 because pile 3 got 31. So 1331 is mirrored numbers. So I feel pile 2 and 3 are connected. There's a message for you in both. Solitude. Now, you can experience solitude from 2 perspectives. Either loneliness or aloneness. Feeling lonely or feeling alone. Feeling lonely or being alone. Solitude can be experienced 2 different ways. Maybe you have a need for solitude a need to be alone, or you feel lonely in solitude. Feeling lonely means there's a lack, and it's not a comfortable experience you're having. It's not an experience you want to have. It's an experience where something is lacking, where you don't have something or someone that you want, right? Feeling alone is a feeling of peace, of using that time in a way that is productive and beneficial to you and nurturing. You can do a lot with your alone time. But if you're feeling lonely, you could be wasting this alone time. And sometimes the alone time and the solitude that we're given is to prepare us for times where we won't be able to be alone. And so sometimes being alone is a gift that many people fail to see when they're in it, because they feel that it's going to last forever. Now, if you're telling me, oh, I've been alone and in solitude for a very long time, too long, and I need a change, well, then let's see if there's something you can do about it and what that is. The number 13 could be relevant, as well as the number 4. 4 means maybe you're someone who is very disciplined. You put your chores and your tasks before everything else, which is always a good thing, but sometimes it's good to be flexible about that, because you could be blocking in positive interactions and growth and creativity and time for leisure and fun, and for rest even, that could be beneficial to speed up the productivity in less time. And maybe you're failing to see that because you feel there's only one way things can be done. Now, for others of you, there is a need for you to structure your time differently so that you can have time to spend with other people. Maybe you are in solitude because you are disorganized with your time, and there's a need for you to organize your time so that you can, tick off all those tasks early in the morning and then have the rest of your day to go out and mingle and do something fun or catch up with people or whatever that is. So, solitude. Alone and lonely. 2 different sides of the same coin. You may want to read the book from Osho. It's called Love, Aloneness, Loneliness, something like that. We have Field of Dreams, the number 21. So I'm seeing 3 fairies here, 3 eggs. Actually, I'm seeing 5 eggs. I'm seeing a field of dreams. Field of dreams. You're not meant to be alone for long. You're only meant to be alone if you want to, is what's coming through. With the number 21 is a 3. It's the number of socializing. It's the number of Mercury, Gemini. It's the number of communication, progress, networking. So, see, this is very contrasting. Maybe you need both. Everyone needs both solitude and to engage with others and to socialize. Both are needed. But for some reason you're feeling more lonely or alone right now, or you need time alone. Well, this is saying there are people here to support you if you want to, but you have to ask for support, you have to look for support, you have to put it out there in the universe, and you have to let people know if that's something you want. Another thing that's coming through is that you're meant to collaborate with 2 other people to make your dreams come true. 2 other people have something you don't have, or something similar to you, or something where you could all collaborate and make your dreams come true. Maybe you feel like you can't do this alone, and you're right. You need to find 2 other people who want to do this with you. There's a need for collaboration here, a need for networking, and a need to put yourself out there and to look for ways of socializing, even if it's doing some kind of extracurricular activity where a lot of people are doing the same thing you love to do, whether that's arts and crafts, whether that's dancing, whether that is sports, whether that is, I don't know, what kind of interests you have. But where people get together and collaborate. There's a need for this right now. Okay, so I want to get one of these cards for you. That's 2. I just want 1, please. Okay, we have the animal. So the number 19 could be relevant to you, as well as the number 1. There's something that you want to do that is embedded in you. It's like you have this instinct to just do this thing. And okay, I just heard lone wolf. You feel like you're a lone wolf. There may be people wanting to collaborate with you, but you are putting them aside because they don't understand you or they're not like you. Well, guess if they're not like you, they're not meant to, because they are meant to bring you something that you don't already have or you can't already do. So it's almost like, I just heard she-wolf as well. She-wolf may mean something to you. You're the odd one out or the wild one. You're meant to lead. You're meant to lead a collaboration. You're meant to lead a collaboration with 2 other people. But you could be in denial of your animalistic nature. You could be in denial of your instincts. But you have good instincts, but you deny them. Your instincts could push a field of dreams forward, and you could help other people make their dreams come true. But you're either afraid of putting yourself out there, letting this be known, afraid of the consequences, afraid of yourself, afraid of not succeeding. You could even be afraid of succeeding and where that would lead you. But you need to be comfortable with your own skin. You have to be comfortable with your desires. You have to be comfortable with your instincts as well, and following through with your instincts. Because the minute you accept and tap into this animalistic energy that you have, this very primal thing that is you, and you connect to your body, you celebrate yourself, you fully accept yourself, that is when you're going to find your tribe. Because the reason why you feel, if you're feeling alone or lonely in this case, and you're feeling like you're not able to network, is because you're either looking in the wrong places, or you're trying to connect with people who are not like you. You're trying to connect with people who do not compliment you in any way, or you're trying to fit in when you're not meant to. And the more you can be yourself and put yourself out there, the more your tribe will find you. Because you're meant to lead by example. You're meant to lead and others will follow, and that's how you're going to find your tribe. If you're looking for someone you can follow, that's not going to happen. You're meant to be the leader. That's why you can't find help around you. Pile number 1 may be connected to you as well. You may have felt drawn to pile number 1. The reason why you feel isolated in some way is because you feel like no one can help you. It's because you're meant to be the one helping others. You're meant to be that one. And if someone came in to help you, you wouldn't be learning how to lead, basically. 6 of Materials, 6 of Pentacles. You just want to feel balanced. You want to feel balanced. You want to work toward a common goal. You want to work towards something that at least gives you back what you're putting in. With the World here, you're closing a cycle here. There's a need for daily work when it comes to taking the lead and being yourself and putting yourself out there. It's not something that comes easily to you, but again, it comes back to that discipline. Are you doing what feeds your soul? Are you taking care of your body every day? Are you looking around the world to find people rather than just where you are? I see online, you're going to find your soul tribe online. And you're meant to do some kind of online business here, or maybe you live in an isolated place and you could get closer to people online. And collaborate online, online collaboration, e-commerce. I'm also seeing e-business. Ace of Inspiration. You're going to get a spark of inspiration, or you already had that spark of inspiration, but you could be in denial of what you're seeing. But this is divinely guided. You're getting a spark from the higher realms. Seven of Wands, but you're a little bit defensive about letting people into your space, into your life, into your reality. Because you think that you're always going to put in more work than they are, or because you don't trust people. And so you prefer the lonely path, but it's almost like you need to go back to trusting people and do whatever it is you need to do to trust people again. Knight of Materials, Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. You could have Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo in your chart. Don't pressure yourself as well. There could be a sense that you are pressuring yourself too much, and you feel like you have to defend yourself, or defend the way you are, or stand up for yourself, or explain yourself. You don't have to. You can just keep moving, and your uniqueness, what you're doing, who you are, is enough. You don't have to constantly protect what you're doing, your energy, or justify it in any way. You feel like if you interact with people, you will always have to justify it. Well, that is true if you're dealing with people who are not your soul tribe. If you're trying to please people, you will always have to justify your true self, if you even get to showing it. But if you just move in your genuine authentic self, then, and not pressuring yourself, well, that is a steady path toward abundance. And instead of having to justify yourself to the wrong people, you will get support from the right people. The people who need you and your leadership, who believe in what you're doing, who follow your spark of inspiration, so that their dreams can also be fulfilled as well as yours. Okay? We have Damsel. So, maybe you're meant to be the hero in other people's lives, but it seems like you're coming to this understanding that the nature of healthy romance, like when it comes to romantic connections as well, there's a huge component where if you're a feminine energy, you have to rely on yourself to some extent when it comes to who you are and being who you are and your natural divine feminine attributes. If you're a masculine energy, you also have to be in that masculine energy of following your instincts, let's say, and taking care of the 3D reality. Now, for a very long time, you maybe believed that a romantic partnership, person, connection would save you from your solitude, from feeling lonely. And it was proven to you time and again that that wasn't the case, because all of us to some degree feel lonely, right? And we have our issues to work through. And if you're getting together with someone who's not working through their issues, you're not working through your issues, chances are you're still going to feel alone. Even if there's tons of chemistry, even if things are going really well, you can still feel alone. And that's because there's something you're expecting from the connection that you're just not getting. And that's because there's something that's lacking in you that needs to be nurtured and fostered. It could be that you were seduced by romantic illusion for a very long time. You could be a limerent type. There's nothing wrong with that. It just means that you allow yourself to dream and you fantasize and you have a very creative mind, and the way you feel love is very intense. But for some reason, what you were expecting never happened. There wasn't a knight in shining armor that came in and was this perfect person. And it's because you're understanding that no person in this world is going to fill all the gaps, right? And so the reason why there is maybe still a void in you is because you either came across people who responded to the mask that you were wearing, who wasn't your genuine, authentic self, because you wanted to please them. And therefore you were left unfulfilled because these people were not your soul tribe, but they were the crowd you wanted to fit in with, or you thought you had to. And you were afraid to be genuine, authentic, and afraid of pushing this away. But the very void is created by the fact that you are not genuine and authentic to the full extent. And once you fill that void, the other void will be filled with the right person, or the person you're with will understand who you truly are and fully embrace you, or they'll choose not to. But at least you will be moving forward and being able to create and being able to experience abundance and stability in a way like never before. Community. You're going to find your community, but you need to put yourself out there. You need to make yourself known as you are truly to your core, who you are truly. And with the number 8 being there, that is the secret to your abundance and stable abundance. And abundance means having everything you need, the love, the friendship, the support, the community, the money, the health that you need, okay? The happiness as well. So, wow, that was quite a relatively quick message, pile number 2. But again, I feel you can have messages in pile 3 and pile 1, so go ahead and listen to those. Thank you for all your likes. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting on these videos, hitting the bell to be notified of future uploads on the channel, sharing the videos, saving these videos. It really helps the channel and it helps me bring you more. Extra content is on Patreon, TikTok, YouTube members area. Information for that is in the description box. For the healing bracelets, you can find a special discount code in the link in the description box. And for readings, life purpose reports, and energy healing, you can find my email in the description box. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Bless you all. See you sometime soon. Bye. Till next time. Welcome, pile 3. If you chose the dry desert and you're feeling that's where you are in life right now, this is your reading. The number 31 could be relevant, as well as the number 4. I feel your reading is connected to pile number 2 because pile 2 had the number 13 with the number 31 following is a mirrored number. 1331 angel number. You can look that up. This, so you may want to go watch pile number 2. This means that there's a new beginning here that relies heavily upon networking and progress, but also with discipline and rituals and methods and habits. Now, life may feel like a dry desert right now, but it just means that you can fill it with whatever you want. And whatever you want is whatever you can imagine. You can fill in the space with your imagination by manifesting into the 3D whatever or however you want to fill this space. How do you want your daily life to look like? How do you want your life to look like 1 year from now, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years from now? And fill in that space around you. It's quite nice to have a space to fill, because then if everything seems dry around you, it's a perfect blank page to, create the life that you want. Okay? So where it may seem like you're going through a dry desert, it's actually an opportunity in disguise, or a blessing in disguise for you to create whatever it is that you want. Okay, before we go on to the next pre-shuffled card, I want to shuffle from this deck, because I forgot to include it in when I shuffled, and it actually worked out well, because then I'll have something to shuffle in front of you. I know you guys, some of you like that, so why not shuffle one for pile number 3. We have the kiss and 2 people holding hands. Maybe this is something you're wishing for and you don't have, or you're wanting to kiss someone or hold someone's hands. The number 60 could be relevant. No, sorry. Yeah, that is the number 60, as well as the number 6. So Venus energy, you could have Taurus or Libra in your chart. You could be longing for some kind of union, holding someone's hands, kissing someone, and you feel like it's a dry desert. There's no one you want to kiss. There's no one's hand you can hold, or the person you want is not around you, and it feels like that's all you can focus on instead of how you can fill in the blank space. There's something about touching, chemistry, sexual energy here, intimacy. You could be longing for sensual expressiveness with someone, or just in general, with someone specific, or with someone. Or you're waiting for an invitation, or you're waiting to merge with someone, or you could be in this energy of needing something, which is low vibrational. It means you don't have it. When we're in their energy of needing something, it's because we don't have it. And if we don't have it, we're in the mentality of lack. Now, of course, you may really not have it in your physical reality. But what I mean is, if you can take deep breaths, center your energy, meditate, close your eyes, and fill out that blank space with whatever it is you want as if you have it. That is a powerful way of manifesting it in your reality. And you feel a pressure to fill in the blank space. You feel this pressure because you feel a need to express yourself intimately, sensually, sexually, with touch, right? It could be that you feel a lot of chemistry with someone, but you're far away from this person, or this person's not with you, or maybe you even lost this person. And if you did, I'm sorry for your loss. But you want true intimacy, and I do really feel that this is around the corner for you. I do feel this coming into your energy field. It's almost like you have to close your eyes and visualize the interaction as if it's happening in the now. Now, there could be something, a taboo going on here, or something that is not accepted socially, or something you could be ashamed of. Maybe you would like to repeat that first kiss that you had, or maybe you're waiting for your first kiss. Let's see what else we have here. Ride that wave. And we have 2 dolphins. So there's a soulmate energy in your energy field. The number 14 could be relevant. The number 5. Change will happen. If you're feeling like you're going through a dry desert, that's about to be filled with water. Look at that. Look at those different, see? The dry desert, and water signifies emotion. And we have the dolphins, a symbol of, that's a symbol of emotions and soulmates and a connection to Lemuria. So there could be a soulmate where you shared a past life in Lemuria with. Very soon that dry desert is not going to be a desert anymore. It's going to be filled with emotions and joy, because dolphins is playfulness and joy. A very playful, it's like you don't see this coming. You don't see this coming. You're about to experience this playful soulmate relationship where there's going to be a lot of chemistry and a lot of kissing, touching, sensual exchange, intimacy, true intimacy, like depth. There's depth here in the exchange, spiritual depth, physical touch. So it has all the components. It's happy, it's emotional, it's passionate, it's spiritual, it's okay, beautiful. But right now, you're exactly where you need to be, and you need to learn how to temper yourself, alchemize, transmute negative to positive thinking and energy. When you transmute your negative thinking into positive, you're transmuting negative to positive energy in your energy field. My affirmation meditation here on the channel could help you transmute this energy, especially if you watch it for 30 to 90 days. Okay, so what else do we have for you? Muse of materials. You could have Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo in your chart, or there could be a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo coming into your life. Masculine energy. If you're the masculine, you're the Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and maybe you've been waiting for a long time. We have strength. I'm seeing around August, someone could have Leo in their chart. There's a strong lusty, intimate bond here, a strong connection as well, and your strength paying off. And courage, having the courage to pursue this, or someone will have to have the courage, or someone will be brave enough to come forward here. Queen of Voices, you could have Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius in your chart, or this person could. Three of Emotions. This is a reunion. I feel this is someone you cut out of your life or you moved away from in your past. It could be a friend, doesn't have to be an ex, okay? But there's a strong energy of surrendering and walking away from negative thinking, but also there's someone you've walked away from who's coming back in for a reunion. Someone who wants to be there for you. If they weren't there for you in the past, they want to be there for you now. They want to collaborate and be your support system. Okay? Definitely the energy of someone you cut out before, but this person has matured and you may be surprised that things will reignite between the two of you and you will feel the passion for this person even though you thought it was gone. I'm not seeing anyone who is abusive to you. It could have even been a friend who is turning into more. Now this could be a friendship coming back. But I'm feeling strong like sensual vibes here. So I could be a friend turning into more. Twin flames. I'm seeing these two look like twins. So this is your twin flame, your twin soul. Now this could be coming back from a past life. It doesn't mean it was in this life. The number 42 and the number 6. This is in for love and abundance coming for you. This is love and abundance coming in for you. But it's almost like, welcome pile 4. If you chose rock bottom, this is your reading. Guys, if you're feeling this way, I feel you. I'm so sorry you're feeling this way. But you know, as they say, and it is very true, a temporary situation is not, the situation you're in is temporary, and there's a solution. There's a solution. And we need to be careful about finding definite solutions for temporary situations. So take a deep breath. Now that you've hit rock bottom, the only way is up. And the experience always teaches us something that we can use to find our way back up. It gives us experience that others don't have, and where you feel you could be lagging behind, it's actually giving you an advantage. And that is truly what I'm picking up from this card here. You don't even know the advantage you have from being in this situation. You're going to turn all these obstacles, all these challenges into stepping stones. Even if you can't see it, you need to trust this. An ending is a new beginning. With the number 10 here, we have endings. But when you add 1 plus 0, it's a 1, which is a new beginning. So you feel rock bottom because you feel some hope has been shattered, or something didn't go the way you wanted it to, or something just happened that sent you spiraling down because of whatever reason. Maybe it was an ending you didn't want. Possibly it was a necessary ending, but not in all cases, of course. It was inevitable, but this is where you are. Acknowledge where you are, because that's the surest way of getting yourself out of it. It's the quickest way. It's the first step to moving out of this energy. Now you could be thinking, I wish I were in a better situation and have somewhere to start from. Sometimes, actually, where you are is exactly where you need to be, and it's the best place to start. And something that you're going to do, or a new cycle, possibly even depends on the journey and explaining the journey, or journaling about this journey, or sharing your journey toward recovery, toward success, toward health, toward love, abundance, whatever it is you're wanting to go toward. But the first step is to acknowledge where you are Accept where you are, because that is going to give you the ground to now make decisions on how you want to move forward. Deep freeze. You feel like you're frozen, like you can't go anywhere. You just feel apathic, frozen. Like it's such an experience that you don't want to move. Like you can't move, you don't want to move, you don't even want to feel warm again. You feel numb, it's like you feel frozen. You feel paralyzed from the cold, from the experience, from everything. And all you can do is just stay there. You feel like this is how it's going to be. Well, the number 26 there is telling us otherwise. It's telling us that actually there will be a defrost, because 2 + 6 is an 8. You're meant for abundance. You're meant for long-lasting, stable abundance. There's a lot coming your way, and there's a lot that you're still going to do. You're not going to stay frozen forever. But of course, 3 of Swords, you're still experiencing a lot of pain, possibly due to betrayal, or a third party, or just something that interfered with your abundance, and there was nothing you could do about it. You had no control over this thing. Maybe the fact that you are feeling frozen and cold, even, like really closed off to your emotions, and you feel like you've come to this place where you ask yourself, how did I get here? Was because you've experienced a tremendous amount of pain and suffering and trauma that you haven't been able to recover from. And there's a lot from what happened to you that stays stored in your subconscious, that it's so painful that you're not even wanting to be conscious of. Like you're trying to push it away from sight, from thought, from feeling. There's a deep-rooted pain of some kind of trauma that you haven't dealt with properly. And so it's keeping you in this low vibrational state because you haven't addressed it. You haven't worked through it. You possibly try to deny it. There's a lack of acknowledgement of what happened to you. I don't see a victim mentality or consciousness at all. I see quite the contrary. I see someone very stoic, but there's some kind of pain that has wounded your feminine energy, or it came from your mother who wounded you, or something that happened that was so painful that it's now stored in your subconscious, and it's a low vibrational program that is running you subconsciously, and you're not aware of this because you're choosing to deny this, or you're not working through it. But it's creating a lot of mental conflict in you, and it could even be creating conflict with people around you. It could be just that it's repeating the same patterns, and you could be clinging on to behavior patterns due to this pain, or thought patterns that become conflictive within yourself. So there's something going on in your mind where your mind is your own worst enemy, because if you're not working through the pain and the trauma from the past, then even though you try to push it away and deny it, it remains there, running you in your subconscious, and it sometimes rears its ugly head by coming out in very unexpected ways, such as anxiety, depression, sadness, all these things. 2 of Inspiration, it keeps you from moving forward. All you can do is dream about a future you plan, but you do nothing. You just stay stagnant. 2 of Swords, you do nothing about it, and you just stay stagnant. It's what creates stalemates in your life. It's what keeps you frozen. It's something that you're not addressing or acknowledging that you need to. But the mountain, the task of addressing this seems daunting, but you're a lot closer to it than you think. It's a lot simpler, easier than you actually think it is, but you need to find a way of getting help here, either through therapy or... Okay, so the recording got interrupted, and before I forgot what I was going to say, because I had to wait for the camera, the battery to load. So I was going to say, I wrote it down. So okay, what was coming out was that you can't control what happened to you, but you can't control how you move forward. Focusing on the past is not going to contribute to your future, but doing something to heal will. Okay. Judge. Balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power, offering only destructive criticism, misusing business, legal, or criminal authority. So maybe we're poorly, unfairly judged. Even it could have been from the legal system. And if this happened to you, I'm so sorry. Maybe someone misjudged you. Maybe you were subjected to destructive criticism versus constructive criticism. It could have been that you broke the law. But you can untangle yourself from this situation. Maybe someone conducted some criminal activity against you. Now, if you were constantly subjected to unfair, destructive criticism, this affected you a lot more than you think, and you need to address this. Maybe some energy healing would help you. I do have an energy healing guided meditation available. You can find my email in the description box to ask me about that. There's a need to balance your energy right now and to be compassionate toward yourself and take the pressure off yourself, but start taking those steps to slowly but surely manage your way out of this situation, because it's manageable and it will happen, and you will get out of this and you will get through this, and the outcome is a lot brighter than you think. It's a lot more positive than you can currently fathom. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not possible. It's almost like you need to feel you're in this energy before it happens. The number 16 could be relevant, as well as the number 7. There is a lot to look forward to. There is still a lot that you're meant to do and create. Don't hold yourself back. Don't stay stuck in the past. Do what it is that you can to balance out your energy. Seek therapy, seek help, be proactive about positive affirmations, about energy healing, and plan for the future. Plan for the future. Planning for the future is going to be a step toward feeling good in the present moment and manifesting from a place as if you already have it rather than lack. Pile 3, this was your reading. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Thank you for all your likes. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing these videos, saving these videos, commenting. It really helps the channel and it helps me bring you more. Extra content is on Patreon, TikTok, YouTube members area. Information for that is in the description box. For readings, energy healings, and life purpose reports, you can find my email in the description box. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Bless you all. See you sometime soon. Bye. Till next time.